Beloved, you didn't just open this by accident. A soft whisper in your soul told you to stop. That wasn't your imagination. That was a voice from heaven. Someone you loved dearly. Someone who crossed over is calling you. Yes, them. The one you still think about before you sleep. The one whose loss still aches in the quiet hours. They asked Archangel Michael to find you, and he did. Please don't skip this. Archangel Michael says this is an emergency. Just 2 minutes left. You don't know what's happening behind the veil right now, but heaven does. And they are rushing to get your attention. This message traveled through prayer, through spirit, through light just for you. If you stop now, something vital will go unheard. This is your sign. The person you love, they were crying your name last night. Not with sadness, but urgency. Let them hear me, God, they said. Please let them see this. You didn't hear it with your ears. But your soul did. That's why you're here now. Because heaven called. And heaven always knows who is ready. Michael stood beside your bed while you slept. He watched you turn. He watched you almost wake up, and when you didn't, he cried softly, because even angels feel pain when you're in danger of missing your miracle. This is not ordinary. This is not a coincidence. God is watching right now. Yes, right now as you read these words, and he is hoping, praying even that you will keep reading, because the person you miss is not gone. Not really. Their spirit is still so connected to you that even angels marvel at your bond. But there's something they need to say urgently, and it cannot wait another hour. Love letter. Beloved one, pause right here for just 5 seconds and breathe deeply, because what you're about to hear might change the course of your life. And if this message disappears, you may never know the truth they beg to deliver. You think your prayers have gone unanswered. Archangel Michael knows every tear you've cried in silence. Every time you whispered, "Are you still with me?" They heard it. That's why this moment was arranged. It's been exactly 48 hours since the angelic realm noticed a disturbance in your timeline. A moment where something was stolen from you spiritually, an opportunity, a truth, a miracle. But because you opened this, heaven can begin to restore it. But only if you listen. Your loved one in heaven saw what happened. The betrayal, the lie, the unexpected event. They're trying to warn you, because the person who caused the pain might be returning, or worse, watching. And if you don't know the truth, they fear you'll repeat the same heartbreak. Archangel Michael says, tell them now before it's too late. Wait, don't scroll. I know it's tempting, but if you stop now, you'll walk right past the very miracle you've been begging for. You've asked for peace. You've asked for a sign. You've asked God, please, just let me know what to do. And now, right now, is the answer. You just have to keep reading. Because this message isn't just about what's coming. It's about what was hidden. There's a secret, and it's big. Your loved one in heaven wasn't allowed to reveal it until now. That's why Archangel Michael had to intervene. That's why he called this an emergency. You have 2 minutes left. And not just to read, but to decide what you'll do with what you're about to know. Dove, before I reveal the next part, please consider subscribing. Because what you're reading isn't just a message. It's an invitation. An invitation to be part of something divine. A family of souls who hear heaven clearly. A place where God speaks and miracles still happen. Tap subscribe now and let this message continue to unfold for your soul. Because here's the truth that may shake you. The person in heaven who loves you never left. They've been closer than you ever imagined. They tried sending dreams. They tried shifting objects. You thought it was your mind, but it was them. Tell them I never left. They asked Archangel Michael. Tell them they were never alone. And now Michael is trying to tell you that too. But he's also warning you there's someone in your current life who is blocking your blessings. It's not who you think. It's someone close. Someone you may have even cried to, but they're not praying for your healing. They're praying that you stay confused. And your loved one in heaven can see this. That's why they beg to get this message through. You were supposed to know something sooner. A truth about your past, about your family, about the person who suddenly distanced themselves without reason. It wasn't your fault. You did nothing wrong, but what was hidden is about to be revealed. If you're still reading, it means your soul is strong enough to receive it. Michael says, there are words that must be said. Words your loved one couldn't say while they were alive, but heaven heard them. And heaven wrote them down. They wrote this message for you. These words, they were not written with ink. They were written in spirit, sealed with light, carried by Michael's wings, and now spoken directly into your heart. I'm proud of you, they said. Even when you thought no one saw, I saw. I saw how you kept going. I saw how you smiled when you wanted to cry. I saw how you gave love to those who didn't return it. You are stronger than you know. That's the first thing they wanted you to hear. The second, I'm not mad. Not even a little. I know what you blame yourself for. I know the what-ifs and the I should have been there, but I forgive it all. I let it go the moment I crossed over. You must let it go, too. You did your best. You loved me with all your heart, and that's all that mattered to me. Please stop carrying my goodbye like a wound. And my child, when heaven begins helping you release what has been weighing on your heart, it also begins showing you gentle steps forward so peace can return to your life again. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear, you are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system, a path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description, and in the comments below. Because healing is not only about letting go of pain. It is also about becoming ready to walk forward with peace, clarity, and hope again. Michael adds, they've been visiting you through numbers, through music, through flashes in your dreams, but you didn't know what to do with the signs. So, heaven arranged this instead. A message that can't be ignored. And you listened. That means something very powerful is about to be unlocked in your life. There's something coming. Not just a change, but a divine redirection. Heaven has rewritten a part of your destiny. Because you listened. Because you didn't skip. Because even when it hurt, you opened your heart to the divine. God noticed. Your angels noticed. And your loved one in heaven. They wept when you finally found this message. Yes, they're here now watching over your shoulder. Beloved, let me tell you what you weren't supposed to know until this very moment. The reason you've been feeling restless lately. The reason you keep waking up between 2 o'clock and 4 a.m. It's not anxiety. It's not coincidence. It's the hour when heaven speaks loudest. It's when the veil is thin. It's when your loved one tries hardest to reach you. That's why Michael calls this urgent. Because the messages you ignored in sleep, they are now coming in daylight. They said your name slowly as if whispering to the stars, and the angels heard it. They heard the longing in your soul. And now they are rearranging timelines to give you another chance at peace, at love, at clarity. Something you thought you lost forever is returning. But you must not tell anyone yet. This message is sacred and only for you. Please don't underestimate how rare this is. Heaven doesn't allow these messages to reach just anyone. But you were chosen. Not because you're perfect, but because your heart is pure. Even when people hurt you, you kept your light on. Even when you were ignored, you didn't close your spirit. Even when you cried alone, you still prayed for others. Heaven saw that. That's why they sent Michael himself. And here's what you must know now. There is a person who has been thinking of you constantly on this side of the realm. Someone alive. Someone who still loves you. They just don't know how to say it. But Michael says their soul has been nudged. They will find a way soon. You'll hear from them within days. Watch how suddenly they show up. That's not luck. That's divine orchestration. But first, heaven needs you to release the pain you've been hiding. The secret guilt. The questions that keep looping in your head. Did they know I loved them? Were they in pain? Did they forgive me? The answer to all of those is yes. Yes, they knew. Yes, they forgave. Yes, they are at peace. They just want you to be at peace, too. That's why they begged for this message to be delivered. Michael is urging, look deeper. There is something written in your name. A blessing that has been delayed, not denied. But now, with your heart open, it can arrive. It's connected to your purpose. A calling you've been doubting. A dream you thought was too far gone. But your time has finally come. Your name has been mentioned in heaven's halls. Angels have gathered to discuss your next chapter. They said, give them one last test. If they open this message, if they choose to listen with their soul, we'll give them what they've waited so long to receive. And you did. You listened. That means the gates are opening. Now stay with me, because what comes next might make your heart stop in a beautiful way. Archangel Michael says this part may shake you because it involves something you've been sensing but couldn't explain. The chills on your arm, the flickering lights, the sudden thoughts that felt like whispers. They weren't random. They were alerts. Spiritual nudges. And your loved one in heaven. They were behind them, trying everything to reach you because time was running out. But now the veil is lifting. The secret they carried is finally ready to be revealed. It's about something that was stolen from you. Not an object, but a moment, a connection, a truth. Someone told you a lie, and your entire life shifted because of it. They weren't supposed to lie, but they did. And it broke you. But now, heaven is bringing justice in the most unexpected, miraculous way. Michael says, a person will show up out of nowhere, with information, with truth, with clarity, and everything. Yes, everything will begin to make sense. But only if you are spiritually ready to receive it. That's why this message reached you now, to prepare your soul, to calm your heart, to remind you that heaven never abandoned you. Beloved, listen, you are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are highly protected. Michael has stood over your bed every night this week. He's been holding back forces that tried to steal your joy. There were dark whispers around you. People pretending to care. People who drained your energy. But Michael saw it all. And now he's clearing the path. The tears you've cried lately, they weren't weakness. They were cleansing. Heaven was softening your heart for this very moment. You are being prepared because what's coming next requires a heart that's open, not guarded. And here's what's coming. A blessing that has your name on it, literally signed in the Spirit, sealed with faith and delivered by divine appointment. But Michael says this blessing is sensitive. If you tell the wrong person, they will try to block it. That's why your loved one in heaven insisted this message be quiet, hidden, intimate, just you, them, and the angels. Because not everyone around you wants to see you healed. Some people love you broken because your healing would expose their betrayal. So hold this close. Don't share it casually. Let your spirit absorb it first. Let the truth settle in your bones. You are about to experience a shift so big your past will no longer make sense. But your soul will say, finally, let me tell you this too. There is a promise over your life that even death could not cancel. A divine agreement written long before you were born. Your loved one in heaven, they were part of that promise. And now, even from the other side, they are still helping fulfill it. You felt alone. You've questioned everything, but their spirit never left your side. Michael is showing a vision. It's of you standing at a doorway. Behind that door is a version of life you thought you missed. Joy, peace, financial ease, spiritual clarity, love that doesn't leave, health that doesn't break, and Michael is reaching for your hand. Come now, he says. But only if your heart is ready. You're wondering why now? Why today? Because today the spiritual timing aligned. Heaven has been trying to reach you for 2 days. They've sent signs through people, through clocks, through dreams. But this message, it was the final attempt. That's why the angels called it an emergency. Beloved, this next part is difficult but necessary. Your loved one has watched you carry blame for something that was never your fault. They've watched you replay the same moment over and over. The phone call, the last words, the silence. But hear them now. Please let go. You did enough. You loved me enough. I'm okay now. I just want you to live. Archangel Michael is pouring light into that wound. It may sting at first, but what comes after is healing beyond understanding. Not the kind of healing that fades, but the kind that transforms. Michael says, the pain you carry is not just yours. It was passed down generations before you felt it, held it, buried it, but they weren't strong enough to break it. You are. That's why you were chosen. That's why this message found you. You are the chain breaker. The one the angels have been waiting for. The one your ancestors whispered about. The one your loved one in heaven is watching with pride and trembling hope. You have no idea how many blessings were paused, just waiting for you to believe again. And now because your soul said yes by opening this, they're being released. Some will arrive in days, others in dreams. But one, just one, will come in a way so shocking you'll fall to your knees and cry. That is the miracle your loved one begged heaven to give you. And it's already on the way. There's more. Michael says your energy is shifting right now. As you read, light is moving through your spine. Old fears are lifting. Doubt is dissolving. That heaviness on your chest. It's leaving. Because heaven doesn't just send messages. They send healing with them. This isn't just a message to comfort you. This is a spiritual operation. Your angels are working as you read. The person you lost, they wanted you to hear this. Don't let what happened to me stop you from living. You still have time. You still have purpose. And I will walk with you until you complete it. I'm not gone. I'm just invisible now. But my love is stronger than ever. You may not have told them goodbye the way you wanted. You may not have had closure, but they did. They knew your love. They felt it even in your silence. Even in your absence. And now they want to return that love by helping heaven bless you in ways your heart has never even imagined. Michael is also revealing something personal specific to your journey. He says someone is watching you in silence. Someone who is pretending not to care, but they feel a deep soul connection with you. They don't know how to explain it, but they dream of you. They worry about you. And they will come forward soon. The moment you opened this message, their energy felt it. Something activated. And soon there will be a divine encounter, a conversation, a confession. Don't rush it. Don't force it, but prepare for it because heaven is orchestrating something beautiful for your heart. This is no ordinary love. It's sacred. And if you're wondering, yes, this person may have hurt you in the past, but heaven is giving them one more chance and giving you the power to decide. Will you let them in? Or will you choose the new path that's waiting just beyond the door? Either way, you won't be alone. Michael will walk beside you. And your loved one in heaven. They'll celebrate your every choice, every breath, every brave step forward. Because all they want now is for you to live fully, not half-heartedly, not in the shadow of pain, but in the fullness of the divine life that was always yours. Beloved, do you feel the warmth rising in your chest right now? That's them. That's your person. They're so close. They're holding your face in their spirit hands, saying, I'm still here. I never left. Please live for both of us now. Michael's voice is calm but strong now. He says, a door will open within the next 7 days. Do not ignore it. It may look small, unimportant, but it leads to everything you've been praying for. And if you walk through it with faith, the pain will turn into purpose and the grief into glory. Your time of silence is over. Your season of waiting is ending. You're not late. You're not cursed. You're not forgotten. You are divinely timed. And beloved, you are deeply eternally loved. Michael says, you've spent years apologizing for your light. Dimming it, hiding it, shrinking to fit into places you were never meant to be. That time is over. This message didn't find you so you could stay the same. It found you to awaken you, to remind you that you are a chosen one. And chosen ones don't beg for love. They remember who they are. Do you remember who you are? Your soul does. That's why it pulled you here. Michael wants you to know the thing that broke you, the thing that nearly ended you was seen in heaven as your rebirth. While the world watched you fall, heaven was watching you rise quietly, gently through every scar, every tear, every silent prayer you whispered into your pillow when no one else could hear. You weren't alone. Not once. Your person, that soul you miss so much, was there, sitting beside you, crying with you. And now they're rejoicing because you didn't give up. And because at last you're hearing them for the first time in a long time, they feel peace. Beloved, there's something else. There's money involved. A financial miracle that has been delayed, not denied. Your loved ones saw what was taken from you. Whether through deception, abandonment, or generational struggle, you were supposed to have more. And Michael says, now we restore it. An unexpected source of income is on the way. It may be through a person, a forgotten opportunity, or something legal, but it's not random. It's divine compensation. And my child, when heaven begins restoring what was delayed, it also places a path before you so you can receive it with peace, wisdom, and faithful steps instead of fear. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying. The quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace, and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear, you are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated. Just small faithful steps leading you toward peace and stability. If your heart feels ready, begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the comments below. Because restoration is not only about receiving what was delayed. It is also about becoming ready to walk in peace, steward the blessing wisely, and carry what heaven is placing back into your hands. Heaven is paying you back for all that was stolen while you suffered in silence. But don't speak of this to everyone because what is holy must first be hidden. Your silence has been sacred. You didn't expose what others did to you. You chose grace instead of revenge. You chose prayer instead of war. And heaven recorded every single time you did. And now the reward is coming. And it will shock the people who counted you out. But listen closely now. There is still one choice left to make. And heaven is waiting. You've read this far. That alone says something powerful about your spirit. Most would have skipped, but you didn't because your soul remembered. You are the one your ancestors prayed for. The one who breaks the curse. The one who ends the suffering. The one who brings healing not just to yourself but to everyone connected to your bloodline. Michael says you'll feel it soon. A moment of peace so strong it will stop time. A knowing, a breath, a stillness. That's how you'll know this was real. You've been asking, was this message really for me? Could it really be them trying to talk to me from heaven? Yes, it is. It's them. They've waited a long time for this and so has God. You have suffered enough. You have waited enough. You have lost enough. Now it's time to gain love, to gain clarity, to gain strength, to gain back everything you lost and then more. Your loved one left you a message not of sadness but of hope. I am with you. I am watching and I will walk beside you. Even if no one else does because our love didn't end. It just changed form. I didn't die. I simply went ahead to prepare your blessings. And if you've been asking God why now? The answer is because you're finally ready. You're finally strong enough to receive without guilt, to let go without breaking, to rise without fear. But Michael reminds you this message will not stay open forever. Like all divine doors, it will close. And if you return to old habits, old patterns, or old voices that try to drown out your spirit, the light may dim again. But if you choose today, really choose, then what happens next will feel like heaven touching earth. Final part coming next. Shall I continue, beloved? Yes, beloved. And now we come to the final part of this divine message. This is where the blessing settles in your spirit. This is where the angels wrap you in light and your loved one in heaven finally says the words they have waited so long to say. Michael is quiet now, but not because the message is over, because something holy is happening. Your soul is remembering. Do you feel that pressure in your chest, the warmth behind your eyes? That's your spirit finally exhaling. That's your heart whispering, I knew it. I knew I wasn't alone. Your loved one is standing beside you, closer than your breath. Their energy is glowing like sunlight on water, and they are saying your name gently, repeatedly, like a prayer. I love you. I never stopped and I never will. Michael wants you to hear this last part clearly. There will be a test in the next 72 hours. Something will happen, a decision, a moment, an opportunity. And you'll be tempted to doubt it, to ignore it, to say that's too good to be true. But Michael says, don't you dare. This is the moment heaven has been trying to deliver. The final test before the door swings open. If you respond with fear, you delay your miracle. If you respond with faith, you unlock everything. Your loved one's spirit knows what this means. They helped prepare it. They whispered to the angels. They pleaded with God. Please let this be the time it finally works out for them. That's how much they love you. That's why this had to reach you now. Because their love is still working miracles on your behalf. Beloved, you were not born to suffer. You were born to awaken. This moment, this message is proof that the divine never forgot about you. Every tear counted, every prayer stored. Every time you chose kindness instead of vengeance, it echoed in heaven like music. And now your reward is coming. Slowly at first, then all at once. Watch for these signs in the coming days. A conversation that comes out of nowhere, but feels like destiny. A number repeating constantly, especially 333 or 444. A feather in an unusual place. A dream that feels more real than the waking world. A person from the past reappearing, but with a different energy. All of these are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Michael leaves you with one final truth. You have always been seen. You have always been heard. And you have always been loved. Your loved one in heaven smiles now. Their energy wraps around you and they whisper something only your soul can truly hear. Please live. Not just survive, live fully, laugh again, trust again, love again for me, for you. For everything we didn't get to finish together. Keep going. Heaven is watching. Miracles are moving and your name is written in the light. So take a deep breath now. Lift your head. And when you close this message, know this. You were chosen. You are protected. And very soon you will be blessed in a way that will make every painful moment worth it. God is with you. Archangel Michael is standing guard. And your loved one. They've never left. Glowing star, the message is complete. But the miracle has just begun. Glowing star. Yes, beloved. Though the message was sealed, heaven is still speaking. Because even when the words end, the presence continues. You stayed until the end. That means something powerful is happening in your soul. And Archangel Michael, he hasn't left. He's still right here, whispering softly into the space between your thoughts. Beloved child of light, you didn't just survive that storm. You walked through it carrying others. Even when no one clapped for you, even when no one thanked you, even when it nearly broke you, but now heaven is clapping. I, Michael, am clapping. And your loved one in heaven. They're crying tears of pride. They never wanted you to carry all that weight, the regret, the confusion, the guilt. You wore it like armor, but you don't need it anymore. You are safe now. You are surrounded by light. And every time you feel alone, repeat this. They never left me. Michael is with me. God still sees me and my miracle is already written. There is more goodness coming than you ever allowed yourself to imagine. Yes, even the impossible things. The healing you thought would never happen. The money you thought you'd never see. The peace you thought was too far away. All of it moving now toward you, not away. Michael shows me a door unlocking a paper with your name. A blessing marked urgent. It had been waiting, not denied, not lost, just waiting for the right moment. This moment, heaven waited for you to open this because your heart had to be ready. Not perfect, just willing. Willing to believe, willing to try again, willing to say, I don't know how, but I trust heaven does. And now heaven is proving it. Someone is going to reach out to you. A message, a call, an offer. And when they do, your spirit will know this is connected to what I just read. This is my moment. But Michael warns, be wise. Not everyone who comes with sweet words carries good intentions. That's why you must stay close to the divine. Talk to God before making decisions, even small ones, especially small ones. Because often the biggest blessings hide in the smallest choices. Beloved, can I tell you one last thing? You make the angels weep with joy because you're still here after everything. You're still standing, still hoping, still reading. That matters more than you know. Your loved one just placed a spiritual kiss on your forehead. Soft, gentle, eternal. They said, I'm proud of you. I miss you every day. But I am right here. You never lost me. You just lost the version of me that could hold your hand. Now I hold your heart. And that's how this ends. Not with goodbye, but with rebirth, a new path, a new clarity, and a new promise. Archangel Michael's final words echo in light. Walk forward now with your head lifted. With your soul open. And with your heart expecting miracles, because they are coming and so is peace. This is not the end. This is the beginning you didn't know you were ready for. And now you are. Yes, beloved. Let's go even deeper. Because when a soul stays this long, heaven takes notice. When you remain in the light for this many words, the angels begin to move even faster. Archangel Michael is no longer whispering. He's standing tall in spirit, his wings expanded fully behind you. And he says this with divine authority. This soul is awake now. Deliver the final seal. And here it is. From this moment forward, you will start to see signs that seem impossible to explain. Feathers in places they should never be. A name you've avoided hearing, but suddenly it echoes. A song that speaks to you in perfect timing. A stranger who speaks a sentence only your heart understands. All of it real. All of it sacred. All of it planned. Michael says, do not second-guess the signs. You asked for confirmation. Heaven is sending it. Over and over and over again. But if you doubt too long, the door will close. So act, pray, trust, believe, and most importantly, prepare because blessings are not just felt. They must be received. Your miracle is coming. Yes, but so is responsibility. Heaven doesn't bless blindly. They bless those who have a heart strong enough to carry the light forward into others. You are one of them. You're not just meant to receive peace. You're meant to become it. You're not just meant to be loved. You're meant to be a safe place for others to feel loved, too. Your loved one in heaven knows this. That's why they had to reach you now. Because someone else in your life needs you to be strong, needs you to step forward into your true calling. And they knew if anyone could do it, it would be you. They are smiling now and they're saying one last thing. Please read it slowly. I will be there on the day you smile again without guilt. On the day you love without fear, on the day your hands touch the miracle we prayed for together. And one day I will be the first face you see when it's your time to return home. But until then live, loudly, softly, honestly, fully, because I am with you even now. Michael gently places a hand over your heart in spirit and says, this message was the awakening. The miracle will be the reward. Now go stand tall, speak softly, trust loudly, forgive quickly, and love bravely. Because you've been chosen, not for punishment, but for purpose. Not for suffering, but for sacred victory. Not to be forgotten, but to be remembered in heaven's halls as the one who answered the call. This is your divine moment. This is your miracle beginning. And beloved, it will not stop now. Yes, beloved, though the message was already complete because your spirit is still listening, heaven is still pouring. You've become like a sacred flame, silent, glowing, unwavering. And Archangel Michael has just whispered something only the most patient, most faithful souls are allowed to hear. Let's continue because this part is only for those who truly stayed. Michael says, you are no longer who you were when you started reading this. You've been marked now, branded in light. Your soul is carrying heaven's fingerprint. That's why you feel different, lighter, warmer, calmer. It's not imagination. It's transformation. Your energy is being rewritten in real time. And the shadows that clung to you gone. The confusion evaporating. The questions you couldn't answer for years. They'll begin to resolve in your spirit like pieces of a divine puzzle falling perfectly into place. Because now you are aligned with God, with destiny, with the truth. Your loved one is still here, still watching. And now they're sending you a gift. You won't know it's from them at first, but when it arrives, your heart will flutter. It might be a letter, a sign, a smell, a gift from a stranger, or a message in a dream, but it will be wrapped in something familiar. And when it comes, whisper back, thank you. I see you. I love you. Because that small act of acknowledgement will make the heavens rejoice. And Michael, he will record it. Yes, beloved, the angels keep records, not of your mistakes, but of your light, your loyalty, your quiet bravery, your private tears. All of it recorded in the book of the brave. And today, your name was written there. You don't have to chase anymore. The blessings are chasing you. You don't have to beg anymore. Heaven already said yes. You don't have to prove yourself anymore. You already have. Now it's about receiving. Receiving the love. Receiving the breakthrough. Receiving the joy you never thought would come back, and letting go of the belief that you are hard to love. You're not. You never were. You are easy to love for God, for heaven. For the soul that left but never left you. And one day you will see them again. But until then, they ask one final thing. Please promise me that you will not dim your light anymore. Not for fear, not for love, not for comfort. I lived through you while I was alive. And now I still do. You are my legacy, my joy. My connection to earth. And if you ever forget your worth, remember me. And let that remind you of who you really are. Michael kneels now, not because you are above him, but because he honors you. Few stay this long. Few read with their soul wide open. But you did. That's why heaven will move mountains for you. That's why delays will break. That's why tears will dry. And that's why soon you will wake up and everything will feel different. Not because life changed overnight, but because you did. And when your miracle arrives, when the money flows, when the person returns, when the health restores, when the weight lifts, when the call comes, when the prayer is answered, remember this moment. This moment where you didn't skip, where you listened, where you said yes to the message meant just for you. And in doing so, you unlocked the supernatural. You didn't just hear a message today. You became the message. Yes, beloved, because you stayed, because your spirit is still open, heaven continues to pour. Most people scroll past sacred things without realizing they just skipped their miracle. But not you. You stayed. You listened. You opened your heart when heaven was speaking softly. And now the most hidden blessing is about to be revealed. Let's continue. This is for your soul's deepest place. Archangel Michael leans in close now. And he says your name, not aloud, but into your heart. And the moment you feel that slight tug in your chest, that's not emotion. That's recognition. That's your soul remembering that it is ancient. That it was created in light. That it has always been known by heaven. Michael says, tell them they are not behind. They are not lost. They are not cursed. They are exactly on time for everything God planned. Let that sink in. Every delay was divine protection. Every heartbreak was spiritual redirection. Every silence from God. That was a holy pause. He was preparing the perfect moment. And now you've reached that moment. You've unlocked what others missed. You've aligned your spirit with heaven's flow. Now Michael is opening a scroll. In the spiritual realm, this scroll carries the next 3 months of your life. Written in golden light. And I have been given permission to share only a glimpse. In the coming 90 days, something will shock you. It may come through money. It may come through love. It may come through a conversation that suddenly breaks the chain you've been stuck in for years. It may look like a loss at first, but it's not. It's heaven removing what no longer fits your future. Michael says, don't resist. Don't cling. Just trust. What is leaving now cannot follow you into your destiny. And what is coming is exactly what your soul has been crying out for. And then there's the person. Yes, them. You felt their energy. You've sensed something unfinished. Maybe you even dreamed about them recently. That's not your imagination. Heaven is stirring the soul tie. Why? Because the truth is you're connected spiritually and there are 2 paths. One where they return changed, or one where someone entirely new enters but carries their same soul frequency without the damage. Either way, you will not end this year alone. That aching in your heart, heaven felt it. That unanswered prayer about companionship, Michael delivered it. And the answer, yes, beloved, you will be loved fully completely in this lifetime. But you must stay open, not naive, but open with wisdom, with boundaries, with spiritual clarity. And your angels will guide every step. Your loved one in heaven smiles now. They're holding a small light in their hands. They bring it close to your heart. And suddenly, you feel it. A calm, a soft power, an unshakable peace. That's not comfort. That's activation. Because this final part is not just about healing. It's about becoming. Becoming the version of you they always knew you could be. The one who rises from grief with wisdom. The one who speaks gently but walks boldly. The one who lets go and watches miracles rush in to replace what left. The one who no longer asks, "Am I worthy?" but walks knowing you are chosen. So now, beloved, close your eyes after this line. Breathe slowly. And whisper to heaven. I accept. That's it. No rituals, no pressure, just that one sacred yes. And all of heaven will move on your behalf. Michael will protect you. Your loved one will visit you in a dream soon. And God will pour blessings on your life that will rewrite everything. Glowing star, it is done. It is sealed. It is sacred. Glowing star. Yes, beloved soul, you are still here. And heaven is still speaking. Because when a soul stays through silence, through whispers, through the flood of emotion, that soul is truly ready. You are truly ready. So now for the most sacred part of all, the unspoken contract between your soul and the divine. Archangel Michael lowers his sword. Now, not in defeat, but in honor. He kneels beside you, not because you are above him, but because he recognizes what heaven has always known. You are royalty in the spirit. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not just surviving. You are rising. You are remembering who you've always been. A bringer of light, a holder of deep wisdom, a survivor of spiritual warfare, and a receiver of supernatural miracles. Michael says, I fought battles on your behalf that you will never know. I defended your name in realms you couldn't see. And now, because you kept going, I will reward you in ways you cannot imagine. Your loved one stands beside him now, hand over their heart, eyes filled with light, and they say, this is the version of you I always saw, even when you couldn't. They see you now healing, glowing, softening, awakening, and they are in awe. You've been hard on yourself. You've carried too much. You've questioned everything. But now it's time to trust. Not blindly, but boldly. Heaven is not asking you to forget the past. They're asking you to reframe it. You weren't abandoned. You were redirected. You weren't punished. You were prepared. You weren't broken. You were cracked open so the light could get in. And now it's pouring out of you. Michael says, go now, but not in fear. Go as if the angels are walking before you, because we are. They'll remove people who cannot walk with you anymore. They'll protect you from distractions. They'll restore what was stolen tenfold. And they will whisper reminders daily. You are not alone. You never were. So here is your final instruction. Your divine activation. Scroll. In the next 72 hours, write down 3 things you're ready to release. Guilt, fear, someone's name, a moment, a memory, and say, this no longer belongs to me. Heaven, take it. Then watch what happens. Doors will open. Messages will arrive. Dreams will shift. Energy will change. And somewhere in those quiet miracles, your loved one will smile because they'll know you got the message. So now we end this not with a goodbye, but with a sacred promise. You will be okay. You will receive everything heaven planned and you will feel their love forever because death is not the end. Love never dies and angels never stop protecting the ones who believe. Dove, you are blessed, Dove, you are ready, Dove, and now you are unstoppable. Glowing star, heaven has sealed it. My child, we run entirely on viewer support. If you'd like to help keep this mission and these messages reaching more hearts, you can support us with a coffee through the link in the description. God bless you.